welcome. This is your girl, Mr. P, hold it down right here. We are your radio. We're the home of the urban sound of pride. I'm in here with my good friend, comedian Sampson McCormick. Hey, Sampson.
Hey.
Off the air, we were on his live, and he was saying, I'm going to go off, I'm going to turn it off, because the music going to get me cut off, but we didn't turn it off.
Somebody on there talking shit.
What they said?
You really want me to say it?
Yeah, what they said?
You don't want me to say that.
She look like Kelly Price. If she ate less. No, they talk about Kelly Price. If Kelly Price eat less, then she'll look like me.
Oh, Lord.
Listen, but Flame came on. We just talked to Flame, Monroe Hunt, and Flame was on.
Yeah, Flame was on, and he was roasting her for eating bacon, which
no,
is hilarious, because she always do. Oh,
that's
bacon.
all she eats is bacon.
It's bacon.
A plate of bacon. And then whoever was giving her the bacon, they would study frying it as long as I put it on the table, she gonna eat it, so I know that I gonna go to waste. Baby, eating bacon, no eggs, no grits, no nothing, just bacon and coffee.
And just be sitting there tearing it up.
And I'm trying to see what kind of coffee is this, because she had a coffee in a mug, and it was an hour later, and the coffee was still smoking. But you're here because you're doing the show here in Atlanta tonight over at Mix. Show is sold out.
Yeah, so
But this is a black club. This is a black establishment where he's doing this. I'm sure if you go to the door, you're going to be able to get in, because they're not turning down no money. So you put that candy in your mouth. Forgot we were live. So you should eat your candy.
Yeah, I don't want to be all up in people's ears making weird sounds. But yes, the pre-sale tickets are. Somebody said Illy coffee is what you be drinking. Drinking that Illy coffee. So the pre-sale tickets tonight are sold out, but you can come to the door and come in. It's going to be a really good show.
Okay, so now we got to talk about you in these movies. You do movies, you produce, you direct, you act in, and then you got a connection.
I am Oscar nominated.
What?
Yes, I should. I don't brag, but I am. In 2017, we did a film called I Live Here.
Right, let me pull it up. I ain't see y'all. I didn't see y'all in the nomination.
Well, see, the thing is when people hear about Oscar nominations, they think Best
Actor,
Picture, Best Actor. There are about 70 different categories.
And you all are in independent film?
This is an independent narrative category.
I'm going to have to go back and pull it up.
It was a student film, and we got nominated.
Okay, in the name of it?
I Live Here. And so that's
no, you don't live here. This is our studio. You don't live here. You a lie. You lying now. You don't live here.
The name of the film is called I Live Here.
Oh, the name of the film. Oh,
damn
okay.
It. And it is directed by Shane Watson, and it's a black gay film about gentrification, about the experience that we have as both black people first, because people forget. We're gay, we're queer, but but we're black first. And so it shows how these characters have the black experience along with the gay experience.
And then you did a film, and I looked up, and I'm like, oh, my God, you and Noah from Noah's Ark.
Daryl Stevens.
How did all that come about?
We've been friends for a long time, and I wrote this film, and I thought that he would make a good fit for one of the characters. We wanted to highlight the importance of us as black gay men really leaning on each other in brotherhood and support, and also talking about family dynamics, because we in our community, I think in the black community period, our families aren't as close as they could be. And so I wanted to do a film about that. He's in it, and Miss Laura Hayes from Def Comedy Jam is on there. And so that film did really well too.
And the one with you and Hope Flood.
Yes. So there's also Love the One You're With, which is on Amazon Prime. Hope Flood is in that. Lunell was supposed to be in another film. I was about to say she was supposed to be in that film too, but yeah, that one also did really well.
Mm-hmm. All your films do well. I'm like, look at Sampson.
They do good.
But and then it's just like, there was this thing called B-Boy Blues.
Well, there's another film too called Party and Play. Party and Play is on not YouTube, on Amazon Prime too, and it's a really good film.
And you know what? You and these films, y'all peaked at the right time, because now there is a demand for our stuff. Because at first they was using us and we were like the butt of the joke. But now it's just like it's taking people like you and with Pose and all these
Ryan
different
Murphy.
stuff. Yes, and y'all done showed that there's a serious side to this lifestyle, and we don't have to be the butt of the jokes. And if y'all want to make us the butt of the joke all the time, then we'll write and produce our own stuff, which is what you did. And now it's just like, because your stuff is out there, people can Google it and all of that, because the film that's been nominated for an Oscar, you say you did that like 7 years ago, right?
We filmed it in 2016, and it was nominated in 2017. And I did a documentary, A Tough Act to Follow, and we had Sinbad is in that, Lunel is in it, Adele Givens, and we were talking about the experiences that we have as black people, black queer people, black women in the entertainment industry. I always say we can come in this business and do whatever we want, but getting to where we, working to get to, that looks a little bit different. It's a lot of different challenges that we face, and I've learned as a business owner and as a producer in this industry what that looks like.
Say that again. As a what?
Business owner.
And a what?
Producer.
Come on now.
What that looks like. Because a lot of people go, oh, well, black people have to work 2 and 3 times as hard, and if you black and gay, that's extra. I'm not going to say you have to work 2 or 3 times as hard. You have to identify what your challenges are. And so for us, I think we kind of live in this idea that we are far removed from slavery and Jim Crow and all these very horrible things that affected us as a community, but they also did a lot on our thinking and our ability to connect with each other as a community. And so, we have to learn what those things are, what those emotional issues are, what those mental issues are. We have to learn money. We have to learn how to work as a community. We have to learn how businesses work, and then unite. And I think that things will improve. But those are things that I've had to learn. And
and it's sad because a lot of people, like you say, a lot of people think we're so far removed from the Jim Crow era and all that stuff. And then today we just got a verdict in a judgment for the Ahmaud Arbery case where, all 3 of the defendants were found guilty of a hate crime. And so then it's just like to hear his mom speak at the press conference, and his mom was very much like, she said, I'm going to go give a shout out to the DA. She said, I'm very disappointed in them too, because they wanted to do a plea bargain. And I told them I did not want to do a plea bargain. I wanted this to go to trial. And she said, and then they disrespected the wishes of the family.
Right.
And if it wasn't for the judge saying, no, I'm going to go on and we're going to take this to trial, she said, we wouldn't be here today. She said, that's what we have to fix. She said, because the people that are supposed to be fighting for us, they're not really fighting for us.
Right.
And that was so true, because the people that are supposed to be fighting for you and stuff, their thing is they're just trying to get this case over with and resolved, and I'm trying to move on. She said, but the difference between me and them is they don't have a son that's in a cold grave. She said, and that's why I wanted to see this through to what we got, the victory that we got today. And she said, the victory that we got today is still not a victory, because Ahmaud is never coming back.
Right.
He's gone. And it's just like, how can the kids be so just like, they don't know the history? And that's what I be saying. This younger generation, honey, it's just like, yeah, y'all got a lot of stuff and y'all don't have to go through what we went through, but y'all need to at least study and know why you're able to move as freely as you are able to move in this world, because it wasn't always like that for a lot of people that paved the way for you to be able to do this.
Right. And, we have to make it. I think we have to make it. I was like, what is that? We have to make it.
Somebody call the station, want to talk to you.
Oh, yeah. Can people call the station?
Yeah, but I don't even have a phone hooked up.
Oh,
do
it's
the
not.
Thing. It is, but I ain't gave out the number. I don't know.
Well, you gave it out like 5 minutes ago.
But we weren't live.
Well, we weren't. Let's see. You either give up or gain endurance when you're absolutely. I agree. Yeah. So that's what it's about. I think we also I think because of social media and because of the way that things have changed, it's not cool to be intelligent and purposeful anymore unless you're doing it for clout. Back in the day we had Maya Angelou, we had Alice Walker, we had Toni Morrison, we had all these different black folks who were intelligent. You know, you had to be of substance to get attention. Now you can jump out of a window into, you know, a vat of hot sauce outside your window.
I just come up with a song like, that ain't Atlanta. That's not Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's not Atlanta.
And people.
That's not Atlanta.
And people run with that.
That's not Atlanta.
And people run with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and another thing about that is, I was thinking while you were talking, is just me and Tommy was having this conversation, and the reason that, like, we're doing this reunion July the 13th, shameless plug, but we're doing a reunion of the club where we all started in Houston July the 13th, and we only allowing people that performed at that club to perform, and you could only perform music that was done during that time. So there'll be no Cardi B's, no Beyonce's, and no this and no that, and they was like, well, y'all done X'd out all of the entertainers. We was like, okay. We've X'd out all of the entertainers that you know, and we want to introduce you to what we grew up on. And if this is the way that we have to introduce you to what we grew up on, then this is what we're going to do. But there will be no Cardi B's, there will be no Beyonce, there will be no Megan Thee Stallion, there will be no, you know, because they wasn't around then. Right. You're going to get the Anita Baker, you're going to get the Gladys Knight, you're going to get the Angela Winbush, you're going to get the Malira, you're going to get,
Not
you know what I'm saying? Malira. Yes, 3 is a crowd, honey. Go outside in the rain. You getting that. And so it's just like, and then we were also talking about in that conversation, it was just like, some people, they say that Barack Obama, Trump, and Joe Biden are the only president this generation know. And they're not trying to go back and get their history. And then it's just like, for us, we have to, the older generation, we have to be okay with that's reality.
Yeah.
Like, when we were coming up, you know, our Michael Jacksons, our Janet Jackson, the Jackson 5, and that was us. So it's like, now this is their world. But the difference between our generation and their generation is we knew what our generation was faced with. And then we knew the history. This generation, they just want to know. They just know this, that's it.
Well, that, and I don't want to say this, but I also think that where we are now, just as a generation, I think most people are too self-absorbed to care about things the way they were back when you had to have a heart to exist in society. And so now it's, I don't like to use this word, but now everything is a bunch of narcissism. Now, look at me. Look how great I am. You hear so many people on the internet. Is this going to give me a check? And of course, you should be making your money,
right? But
it's, you know, we need a little bit more humanity,
right? And then Tucker Garcon was in here, and he made one of the most. It was like when he said it, I was just like, oh my God. He said, I never thought we'd get to the day where we would have to put a disclaimer on common sense.
There you go.
We have to put a disclaimer on common sense. And it's so true. But we're going to take a break. Oh, we didn't talk. I had brought up B-Boy Blues, but you had went to talk about your 4th movie. So this B-Boy Blues, what?
You want to talk about B-Boy Blues right quick? Okay. So B-Boy Blues will be out later this year. It debuted at a special screening in Harlem last November to a packed house and great reviews. And it had a very, I mean, of course, it's nostalgic. It's based on a 1994 black gay hip-hop love novel. But there was a feeling in the theater that I haven't experienced since going to see something like Dirty Laundry or The Dio Chronicles or Noah's Ark, the movie when it came out. I don't know if you went to go see any of those movies, but you know, you went in the theater, and I'm about community. So the community came in, and you could just feel the love and the excitement in the theater, and that's what we had when B-Boy Blues showed. And it's a great movie. I'm going to say this not just because I'm on it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to. You know, what part did you play? Let them know what part you played in B-Boy Blues.
I think, and I'm not just saying this because I am the co-executive producer of the movie.
You are the what?
I am the co-executive producer of the movie. Jesse Smollett is the director. We teamed up to do this movie for Mr. James Earl Hardy, who is the writer of B-Boy Blues. And I'm not saying this just because I, you know, helped put it together, but because it really is one of the best black gay films of all time.
And Lonnell Williams was in here the other day. He filled in for me the other day. And one thing that he brought to our attention is that although the movie did good at the special premiere, he said the movie still needs the backing of these big movies because it's an independent film, and a lot of people think because it did good at this special premiere that it's a number one. It's like, no, there's a whole lot of groundwork that still needs to be done for it to be mainstream, so it could be in a lot of theaters, like the 4,000 and 5,000 theaters that these other movies are in, like Steel Magnolia and The Color Purple and all of that. So it's just like, how can people, donate to help make this one of those projects where we see billboards and signs on buses and all of that? How can people help to push it to get to that status?
Well, I don't think it's so much about people donating as it is the community and people who want to see our stories really championing the story. Mm-hmm. That word, championing. Y'all
championing.
Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Damn it. That, really rallying around these stories. And this is just me being honest, is we will release a movie, and one of the things that will happen is, you know how we are. The black gay community, we are the most critical of each other and of our artists and of the things that we have. And what I experienced when we put out Love the One You're With, and that's a great film, was that a lot of angry gays went on Amazon and left really nasty reviews on the film. Mm. And I'm like, if you don't like it, that's one thing. But you have to understand, those of us who are taking money out of our pockets to tell our stories, we aren't just creating films, we're hiring black gay actors. These are people who the studios aren't hiring. And how many of us, we want to act, we want to do different things, we want to model. Black gay men, we like being seen, And so we're paying so that people can have these opportunities, and then for them to leave these negative reviews, when the studios see that, they go, oh, well, your community doesn't even like it, so why would we get behind it?
See, and that's what I be trying to tell our people, honey. It's just like, listen, they are watching. You have to be careful because they are watching. And if you want to move in those circles, honey, you have to watch what you say. Sometimes, and it's just like you say, if you don't like it, then just keep that to yourself.
Just be quiet.
But if it's great quality work and the story is, woven together just perfectly, then okay, that's not your story, but it's still a great story. But then on the flip side of that, but y'all want to get on here and y'all want to go to the theater in droves to see certain movies, and then you want to complain about the hair and complain about the makeup and complain about the editing. But when you have good quality stuff, because it's not produced by certain people, then you want to tear it down. And you just turned it out because you didn't like it. But you can't talk about the hair. You can't talk about the makeup. You can't talk about the costume. Can't talk about somebody getting out of bed and putting on their shoes, and when they come around the corner, they don't have the shoes on.
Are we talking about?
No, we don't. I'm just saying in general. Nobody in particular. Nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, stop that. Just stop that. And you're right. And it's not just the black gay community. I want to make that known right here, because you say the black gay community. No, it's not just the black gay community. It's blacks, period.
It's black people. We do that to each other.
Across the board. Just stop that. And then we were just having this conversation the other day. With me and George, we were having a conversation like, it is so challenging. So, no, this was me and Tommy, because what we're doing with the Studio 13 reunion, we are trying to hire our people, just like you say you do with the movies. But it is so challenging when you say, okay, this is what I need. I'm talking to you, we talking to you, we on the phone. This is what I need. Okay, I'm going to get back with you tomorrow.
Don't hear from
next week. What happened to tomorrow? It's been 7 tomorrows, and we still haven't heard from you. And then it's just like, do it with somebody else. Hey, this is what okay, I'm going to get it back to you. And
you get it back right away.
Yeah, and then I'm going to say this, then I'm going to go to break. We had a person just helping us get a host hotel. This person said, okay, we called a person. They said, okay, I'm going to talk to such and such, and I'm going to get back with you tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow came, no. Tomorrow came, another tomorrow, no. So I called the person. So it's like, okay, we're going to get back. She didn't send you the email. Okay, I'm going to call her, and I'm going to get back to you tomorrow. Okay. Then the person called me. Hey, are you at the show tonight? Yeah, I'm here. Could I get some tape? Could I get some seats? And okay, so you come to the show, and I say, well, I still haven't heard from. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call tomorrow. Next week, the child come back. Hey, you at the show tonight? Can we get some seats? Okay, so you come back. Now, meantime, we have already connected with somebody else. We got a host hotel, and we don't need this person. So I'm just gonna see how long you gonna carry on this lot. To this day, this person still haven't gotten back with me about the hotel. Our people. But not all our people are bad people. Some of our people, they follow through on what they do. But they're so far and few in between.
We should work on, creating an economy of more support and financial backing, and also saying, you would think, because so many of us complain, oh, when I turn on the TV, I don't see gay people, that when we see it, we would say, okay, this is cool. And to do what we do, people don't know what we go through behind the scenes to get to the stage.
Yes.
What sorts of things you have to overcome to keep putting yourself out there. And we should just work on not going into things that tell our stories and where we're showcased looking for what's wrong, and just instead celebrate it.
Yes, and support black business.
That's it.
Support black business. Then when you go to support black business, it's just like a lot of them just want you to support them because they are black business, but they give it horrible service too.
Well, there's that conversation.
Yes, they give it horrible service. Support black business. And then when you say, well, girl, I ordered this cake and I thought it came with frosting. I didn't know I had to tell you that I wanted the frost because you showed me a picture and I told you that's the one I wanted.
Then they get upset.
Yeah.
That costs extra. That's an extra $35.
Well, why you didn't tell me this when we was having this conversation initially?
I don't know. You should have said something.
Okay, but you know what? Well, I'm finna go. Never mind. You don't want the cake? If I pay for it, I wanted it. And if I leave out of here without the cake, then I didn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
Black business. We're not just going to support you because you're black. We supporting you because you're a professional and you do what you say you're going to do. Now, if you go take your clothes to the cleaners and you go back to pick them up and they not clean, they say, well, we ain't got around to it yet. We're going to get to it. How you going to feel? That's how I feel. Black business. You going to old lady gang?
Old tranny gang. Can I say that word?
Oh, you just said it already.
I said it. Y'all...
That wasn't me. That was Sampson.
Y'all know I don't mean
yeah,
no harm.
You and Dave Chappelle, y'all be hard on the trannies. You and Dave Chappelle, y'all be hard on the trannies. Why y'all do that?
I absolutely adore the trans community.
And I was just saying, you sit up here hating on yourself because you a trans man.
Whatever.
Everybody don't know you was born female.
Whatever. Whatever, Miss Sophia.
No, honey, you love the trans community.
I do
you
love
me and Maddie, but Maddie's a trans. Maddie's trans. I'm a lady. I love the trans community too. They've been good to me.
I mean, you said like you one of them old white ladies.
No, I'm an old black lady.
Them Negroes have been good to me.
Coloreds.
No, I do support the trans community, but to go back to our original conversation, I also think that we can be honest with each other. These are some of the thoughts that I had, and this is how I'm trying to get better, or what you think about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you see a gay person or a trans or anybody, you have thoughts. We all have biases and thoughts. It doesn't mean you're a horrible person. It just means you're a person.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay, then I'm going to ask you this here. Like I told Matt, let me ask you this here. I'm going to ask you this here, then we're going to go to break. You had 4 films you directed, wrote, started, and all that. And I know, like, after the second one, we had a conversation, and you was calling me because you had something for me in the next film.
I swear I got you. I got you. When I say I got you, I don't say, I keep my word.
I'm back in that headspace with that nigga in the hotel.
I got you. I promise I got you.
But I need me, Ike. That's That's what I'm trying to get you to see, that I need me, Ike. I don't need you to have me no more. I need me, Ike. So when are you going to give me, Ike?
I got you.
All I want, Ike, is me.
I got you.
We're going to take a break. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia. Here we are, your radio. We're your radio. We're the home of the urban sound of pride.
Oh, my God.
This next song is called... I can't say it. Just say it.
What's the next song?
I'm so emotional.
Shake the Devil Off by Dorothy Norwood. No, it's called Your Break Goes Here.
No, that's bougie, honey.
Well, why is that highlighted?
Cause that's what we are. We right here. We talking.
Oh shit.
That's us talking.
Well, it should say that then. Y'all Negroes
the break
talking.
go here. Y'all get ready because your break go here. Y'all gonna talk right here.
Okay, so we about to go on break. The break goes here, y'all.
No, we just did the break. All that talking we did, that was the break.
Well, damn. Okay, so Bougie who?
Featuring Big Boy T.
Jesus Christ.
By Jay Harvard. This is the artist right here. Jay Harvard.
Jay Harvard.
That's the name of the song.
Bougie featuring Big Boy T.
Yes.
And Jay Harvard. All right.
See, this is different from film and stuff, huh?
Yeah, this is, but I'm gonna learn it.
But you know what? I got you.
You got me.
you heard those words? I got you.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.